you hear that rain? Because it's coming down so heavy. I started to read the cards for this lunar eclipse full moon, and the rain is just wild. It was so sunny right as I started the reading. And the card that I pulled for the collective today was Spirit of the Warrior. And I'm going to actually start with reading the card for all of you, because I got interrupted on my live feed. And I'm finding that if I just make a video and put it out on YouTube, it'll go a lot further. So this is for all of my friends on all social media. This is Yahira Lobos. I'm available for oracle readings. I am in the Holy City, Santa Fe, New Mexico. I just wanted to bring in a really clear message about us, the spiritual warriors that are hands down on the ground, doing our shadow soul work for the purpose of expanding our consciousness and healing thyself in what is known through the Hopi as the Great Purification. This is a time where there's a split in consciousness, and you see many people that haven't taken care of their body, mind, heart, and soul, who may have laid down in ignorance due to their own trauma and things that they have taken on in this lifetime. We are all being given a chance to choose the higher timeline, the heart, that which brings grace, healing, love, compassion, and strength, and wisdom, truth, and justice to not only us, but to all of humanity. Every race, every culture has suffered. None of this land is owned or been taken by anybody. It is what we have allowed ourselves to believe that's been a part of the matrix and the program that we've been dissolving for decades and hundreds of years. So many of us have returned as the spiritual warrior of the 144, acknowledging that it is time for us to rise from our wounded healing, from our wounded past, our ancestral trauma that's been passed down from eternity. From the beginning of time, man has suffered. Every continent has suffered. Every religion and every species of mankind has suffered. Some of us are back because we suffered so much that we remember that we have stepped into our mastery before and ascended into our light body where we are eternal. It's not just about Yeshua, Yahweh, the way, which is Christ consciousness, but it's about all of us who have ascended and came back. This isn't just for a few to follow one. It is to remember that we're all part of the one. And there's so many that are hung up on politics and religion and who did what to who, and has been taking tabs and doing tally for eons, hundreds of years. And a lot of us are sick and tired of being on the hamster wheel. We've jumped off of it and allowed ourselves to dissolve into nothingness. We have suffered incredibly, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. We are a voice for humanity. If you're watching me right now, this is Yahira Lobos coming at you with an Earth Warriors Oracle card for the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. Want to give thanks to the great waters that fall from the sky, to the Divine Father, to the Divine Mother below us, to all of our benefic guides of the north, the east, the west, the south, above, below, within. We are so grateful for all of our benefic deities, ascendant masters, angels, God, goddesses, Elohims, archangels, all of our beings that walk with us in the light to guide us. We send our love and light to you all as well. We love you, we thank you, we honor you, we respect you. Now let's look at this card, the Spirit of the Warrior. It's number 34, bringing us the number 7. 7 is wisdom, 7 is magic. 7 is the number of the 7 days of the week, the 7 wonders of the world, the 7 continents, the 7 generations, the 7 musical chords, the 7 chakras. We want to give thanks to the number 7 also being the color of the rays of the rainbow. The number 7 is also my favorite number. 777 is my number. What's your favorite number? Write that down for all of us to see. Maybe give us a meaning of what it means to you. Numerology is definitely really important right now as we're going forward. Just going to get my glasses. Okay, so Aloka. Alakoa means to cultivate the spirit of the warrior. Inherent in this code is service to a cause greater than the individual ego. For the earth warrior, this means community, cause, or country. For the spirit warrior, service is to a higher consciousness itself. For the spirit warrior, love is the inspiration, the purpose for the battle, and the only way to win the war. Joy is a sign that the spirit warrior is tuned into source, for that it is the frequency that lets us know when we are in divine presence. As soon as we are in the grip of darkness, all the joy disappears. Have you ever noticed? And although the spirit warrior will experience emotions such as anger, grief, fear, there is recognition that the ability to conquer lies in the present moment, and that fear comes from the negative fantasies about the future. As we discipline our mind and nurture the soul with spiritual light, we, the spiritual warriors, learn how to manage emotional content so that it becomes possible to be fully present. All of us right now are yearning for peace. And without truth, genuine peace can never be. Even if it triggers an upheaval of transformation, the need to set things right is strong in all of us. This is the divine drive of the spiritual warrior, the compelling soul, the need to uphold truth, goodness, and justice. We will fight for these things because this is our way. Spiritual warriors trust, see, and feel the positive impact that we have making in the world. We are relentless, and the divine is within us. Know thyself is the biggest key to embarking through this spiritual warfare to be the light. We are the ones that are the way showers, that are way showing others of how to transcend all darkness back to light. Even though we live in a world of duality and polarity, we also can honor and acknowledge that which is uncomfortable, discomforting, hurtful, to actually rise up and heal rather than attack, defend, and fall into victimhood or lower vibrational energies. Those lower vibrational entities that are swarming the planet, that are attaching themselves to other people, are actually hijacking, taking over what the human being's soul originally actually wants. It's up to us to win the spiritual war within so that we can be the leaders in the world right now. So this message is coming to all of you. Do not give up. If you feel hopelessness, despair, or defeat or frustration, and you wonder if it's really worth it, place your mind and your heart in awareness of what it is that is inspiring you. Do you feel alone on your quest? Look for the legions of beings in spirit upon the earth that fight alongside you, fearless and ferocious with love. Be uplifted by your fellow spiritual warriors, beloved one. We are not in competition. There is no competition. There is only oneness. So feel the joy of their love and unity within you. You have the access to the divine power that conquers any obstacle, that wins every battle, and that secures every victory. For myself, I am a recovered addict of 13 years this December and a survivor of all abuses, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. I was institutionalized as a child, and I had a story that really kept me down for a while. In the last 5 years, I took a sabbatical in Payson, Arizona, and I sat with nature. I continued to practice the medicine wheel, facilitate in ceremony in Sedona. I read a lot of books. I got certified in 5 different modalities. In the 5 years that I've taken a step back from the transformational music and art festivals and serving anyone and everyone and being the voice, getting attacked nonstop, I took a sabbatical to heal thyself, to nurture thyself, but I didn't give up. And that's the message. Thunder, rolling, backing up every word I'm saying. From this fierce Hawaiian Koa tradition of warriors comes the word aloka, meaning to cultivate the spirit of the warrior. And the spirit's warrior doesn't have that violent soul, but it's a powerful energy, and there's a great need to put that energy to good use as an action-orientated present for higher consciousness on work. So the spiritual warrior within you needs to feel that your life is dedicated to something meaningful and magnificent, to witness the positive difference that we are creating through our actions. Don't allow others to stop you from unleashing this beautiful, divine, masculine spirit power in your mind, your soul, and our world. We need you. We need men and women who can surrender to the guide and wisdom of a higher power to get things done. In order to birth this new earth, we do need to take action. And so as we're taking actions, we may trigger other people. We may get attacked by these lower vibrational entities and energies. And this message is to not give up, to take care of yourself, to take a step back. Use your discernment rather than judgment. Question all those in authority that are right in front of you breaking sacred law, because we are the witnesses that are actually using our voice without fear, staying in love, and not allowing those entities to win. Don't give up. Keep questioning, stay in the heart, do self-care, rise above. So the moment that you deny yourself the right to be bold, present, practical, and engaged with the world through your spiritual truth, your mind has begun repressing that warrior energy within you. So don't let these don't let that fuck with you. Know that you're more powerful than any entity or dark energy trying to distract or disengage us from our actual mission. Know who the fuck we are. We are way more powerful than a fucking football stadium full of those entities. And that's what you need to remember. Maybe it's your own mind that might be coming up and telling you that you shouldn't make waves if there's an opposition, or that being spiritual means that you shouldn't cause a ruckus, or that you should just be peaceful and let everything go, even though we know that what's happening right in front of us is pure fuckery, corruption, and bullshit. So stay in your heart, not in your ego, because the ego is begging us to hold on to that lower vibration, but we don't need to. We can trust our heart and our intuition on where we're being guided. Maybe others are saying that you feel too much, or that you should protect yourself or switch off from worrying about things that you can't change. But actually right now, you got to let your vicarious warrior within to gobble up all those lies and use that energy to intensify your passionate willingness to act. In the last few weeks, I could have looked at this zombie apocalypse that's happening in Santa Fe, New Mexico, with people on drugs, flaring their arms, jumping in front of cars, trying to kill themselves, throwing bikes into the air. I've almost been woman napped a few times by people trying to get me in their car. And every time I come up against all the oppositions, I stay in my heart. I call in for direct protection. I then pray for the people, and then I re-walk the actual ley lines that they created fear in many people witnessing their outburst or their violent freakouts. And I grid the land with my prayers, the cornmeal, the tobacco, and crystals. And right now, Great Creator is showing me to walk in the dark and to go up against all opposition, to stay in my heart, because I am one of the way showers who's way more powerful than all of that. And I've been noticing that I'm divinely protected from the underworld beneath me, from those above me, and all around me. And the more that I know this, the more that I stay in my heart, the more that I stay humble, the more that I respond to being of service, sharing my gifts with the world, the more that I am being protected, guided, loved, and embraced. And I am rising up. 13 years ago, I stood on stage for NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, and I stood up against all the opposition telling me I needed pharmaceutical drugs. When my body said, fuck no, I took one pill, lithium, my body palpitated. I got the message that I could take that and it could stabilize me, but that in 10 years from then, which is now, I would start to have organ failure. Oh my God, I saved my body, mind, heart, and soul. I didn't buy into Big Pharma. I went on the road as an advocate and an activist building medicine wheels to bring us into the rainbow medicine wheel that acknowledges all colors, creeds, and religions that are to come together in the Sacred Heart for the highest good of all of who we are. It doesn't matter how you pray to God, as long as it doesn't cause harm to any. If you're practicing a religion that believes that homosexuals are going to hell, or that people who committed suicide are going to hell, you got a lot of work to do. And that's not quite the belief system that the Creator created. So we're kind of eliminating all the bullshit lies from the religion. I'm pretty sure all the books will be rewritten so that we eliminate all fuckery and separation from Source, Mother Earth, and each other. So if you're practicing something that brings in beauty, peace, love, and light, continue on. Yahira Lobos is building rainbow medicine wheels all around North America. PM me if you are interested. I've been doing it since 2013. Want to give thanks to my elders, Jay Lynch, Phoenix, and Raphael Weissman, who brought me into the Sacred Wheel in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So the last part of this card is if you try to repress the bold dynamic vitality of the spirit warrior within, then it cannot function as it was meant to, and it becomes distorted. Signs of distorted warrior energy include the eruption into inexplicable aggression towards others with cold judgment, scathing criticism, or even towards yourself, and self-defeat and self-sabotage and self-harming behaviors in violent dreams and in feeling of having one's hands tied, needing to do something but yet feeling held back. If joy isn't cultivated, then the warrior energy can become dark and coercive, where despair leads to the loss of integrity and ends justify any means. True spirit warriors eschew such spiritual lawlessness. They have compassion for all people, especially those that are tainted, mean, aggressive, not enlightened, maybe even taken by the forces of hate. We have complete compassion because we've been there. Those of us that are true spiritual warriors have been in the darkness for decades, if not eternity. And we have compassion for anybody and everybody who may have made a mistake and hurt themselves or others or Mother Earth. The thing is that right now there's a reckoning, okay? For all who enforce spiritual sacred law, we are being given a chance as humanity. It's in all of the prophecies around the globe, not just the Hopi. Okay, if you look at the African, the Hawaiian, the Tibetan, Sri Lanka, you look at the Northern New Mexican, you look at the Bible, all of us are looking at how to come into full forgiveness. Kuan Yin is here on planet Earth, bringing in the divine feminine essence of Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is just acknowledging that we have all done wrong. There's going to be a new language that's going to be directed towards humanity. And I know some grandmothers that are writing the book on the new words, because the words in English that we use right now kind of take away from the essence of the heart and the connection of Source. And it comes from the Anunnaki race, which was here originally and is still here in the spiritual war, trying to take our resources and energy, which is our heart. Our heart is what many beings are after. So as we are in this spiritual war, know that every human being on earth is being chosen to choose the light, to choose the heart, to evolve, and to choose eternal life here on earth. We come back. We don't die. There is no such thing as death, death is not final. We have to cultivate joy and the higher vibrations and dance this into the ley lines and the soils of this Mother Earth. Doing ceremony and having these festivals and retreats are awakening consciousness and dismantling the belief systems that are part of the old matrix. Right now, the true spiritual warriors are having super compassion for all of the people on earth, including those that have lower vibrational energies. And we know that this lower consciousness that we are fighting against, that the people that are damaged by it are in need of our fierce truth and compassion. We need to hold space for them to make a move towards evolving, cleansing, clearing their mind, their body, their heart, and their soul. How do you do that? PM me, book a reading, or book somebody else for a reading. Right now, all of the spiritual light workers that have been through an immense amount of suffering have risen to become the teachers, the leaders, the facilitators, and the ushers of the new earth. Pick us. We are here for it. When we fight for what it is that we believe in from a place of joy, love, happiness, we are absolutely winning this fierce battle. Our mind gets uplifted, we become empowered, and divine grace actually soothes every soul that we come into. So this is a divine prayer that you can say. It's a creed that we must, as spiritual warriors, say out loud. So here we go. Say after me. The enemy shall never grip me. Let me put my glasses on. We shall not be overcome. We are led and protected by the greatest of all spiritual warriors who leads love's army. Our steps in the world are fierce with compassion and love in action. We waver not, for we are the conquerors over darkness, spirit-born and empowered by the sacred. We embody the truth for which we fight. We are defended, uplifted, and renewed. Our hands are ever open to the replenishing power of grace, and Great Spirit delivers all necessary might to complete our mission. Divine's love prophecy is read, spoken, and created in all realms, dimensions, times, and spaces right now. If love has not yet won, then the battle is not yet over, and so I rise. People of the heart tribe, rise up. People of the heart tribe, rise up now. Some say namaste. Some say Ahomi talk, we are son. Some say some say shalom, and we all call Mother Earth our home. Protect her, respect her, and just remember never to neglect her. Now, want to give thanks to all of our benefic guides and ancestors. That was a beautiful card. The moment I started reading it live on Facebook, the rain came within 2 minutes. And it was a sunny day. And then I kept getting interrupted. My live feed wouldn't go through. It just keeps interrupting me. Obviously, those of us that have a true voice, that have emerged from so much darkness, it's a threat for those darker entities to have us be vocal on AI. So you got to question those that never get interrupted. Because if we get interrupted and our whole Wi-Fi goes weird on us every time we go live, that's a good indication that the forces that be that run AI don't want us to be the voice. But now look, see, the clouds have left. and now the sky is clear. And I just want to say thank you to my spirit guides who guided me to just go live anyway through my video. I hope that you guys could book a reading with me. I could really use your support as I am floating, being guided daily. I am provided for. I am not suffering in any shape, form, or fashion. I have food and a roof over my head every night because I'm being guided. And my trust is really getting me there. But if you would like to book a reading because you need a reading, because I have just the most incredible wisdom that's been coming through me. Furthermore, I'm giving a lot of people activations, and we do a prayer at the end of your reading. And as a manifesting generator, I believe that my quantum energy is helping others manifest their dreams come true. I've been witnessing for years so much abundance coming to people who sit with me and get activated through me. I'm always bumping into people saying thank you. And I'm so proud of who I am becoming and all the support that I've been receiving. Thank you so much to all of you. Have a beautiful full moon in Pisces. This lunar eclipse is following the solar eclipse in April. Pisces is a water sign, the oldest sign. It's a time to tap in and rise into your knowing and follow that intuition and your heart guidance. The spiritual warriors are letting go of fear, confronting all of that opposition with asking the right questions to divulge the truth so that we, the people, can rise up in justice, truth, love, humility, gratitude, strength, courage. And we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our benefic guides of the north, the east, the west, the south, above, below, and within. To all of my spiritual guides, thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, Divine Father, Pachamama, Aho and Ahe.